fans get the return of their franchise quarterback, Andrew Luck, after a year away.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Room to run inside the 40. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 53 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. It's Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals have recovered it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Colts offense, Charles, heading out here. This is a franchise, it's hard to know what to make of it. You know, if they can keep number 12 out there, keep him healthy, you think they're going to be okay. Without him, though, it's really a completely different team, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it feels like a complete makeover in order, and they're trying to get that done. But I remember when they drafted number 12, Andrew Luck. They were predicted to be a last-place team. Instead, they went to the playoffs right out of the gate, first few years of his career. So to me, it comes all the way back to him. His health, if he's able to play all 16 and at a high level, the Colts are automatically transformed.
This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice complete.
That's got to feel good for Andrew Luck. His first touchdown pass since New Year's Day of 2017, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Ebron never really found his footing in Detroit, despite being a first-round draft choice with just 11 touchdown catches in 4 years. But the Colts think he's got the potential to really help their passing game, especially in the red zone, and he delivers right there.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals heading back out there, and last year 7-9. So that meant back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 2007-08. Now, they were able to knock off 2 teams late contending for the playoffs. They beat Detroit in Week 16, Baltimore Week 17, but I don't know that that's the silver lining Cincy fans are clinging to.
No, not at all. And when you just kind of feel around this team, you sense a rebuild is in order. And that starts on offense. Offensive line, they've got some top-rated draft picks that have to play up to their potential to help out the quarterback, Andy Dalton. They need wide receiver John Ross to catch a football. Didn't catch a single one as a rookie. And they need Tyler Eifert back in form at tight end after some health issues. But on defense, brand new defensive coordinator, brand new structure. They need some of their better players like Carlos Dunlap to come forward and play well.
Third and 2 for Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Preston Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Marcus Mariota, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Dalton gives to Bernard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here is Andrew Luck, the focus of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. To throw is Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping is big deep.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This is Howard on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's got it to Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, so for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown in a Colts uni. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the Colts getting ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A little juke. Oh, good move by T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but now their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And out now, here come the Bengals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Andy Dalton, and that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Luck, eluding the pressure right. Complete to Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Carl Lawson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw on second down is Luck. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down throw. Luck. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Called out a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Dalton off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
There, D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Today's safeties are often a combination of linebacker and cover corner. I think Jesse Bates out of Wake Forest adds an extra dimension, able to cover the deep middle like a center fielder.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They're going to go. It's Luck. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other
Someone's
way.
watching.
I mean, I get it if it's like... Boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 24 yards. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Luck, flushed out right. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck, and the Colts are in for 6. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description of maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. It's Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in. Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they? How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession. So that didn't bother you too much last time? No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Luck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off. Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative. It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch. Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead. They are going for it. It's Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Encroachment.
The coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
Oh, it's been good to see Tyler Eifert regaining his form as one of the best red zone tight ends in the league. Remember in 2015? Led all NFL tight ends with 13 touchdowns. Injuries have kept him to just 10 games the last 2 years. But when Tyler Eifert's healthy and he's in the red zone, look out.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them.
Game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Luck. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. James White, 96 yards on the ground to lead the way. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jersey?
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 66 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressive they want to play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a first down throw. Luck. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, it's Luck. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.